much to being here. I want to share our experience to improve daylight utilization in Switzerland, and I think the guideline is only one piece of a puzzle. It's only one piece. So why daylight? Mostly I started with this slide and impact of daylight, and we have so much experts here in the room, and everybody knows how important daylight is. But the problem is that a lot of people forgotten it, the combination from daylight and health and so on, that they didn't know anymore. And but when we have so much arguments for daylight, then it must be totally clear that we come to this result. It should be a high priority in building design. But, okay, is it true that it is a high priority? And in Switzerland, we go to the reality in Switzerland, and we heard it again and again. It's a typical thing from the Planning and Building Act, and I want to show it's from 1975. I was 3 years old, and it's totally, I don't know, outdated. But it's the normal way. It's the only requirement in Switzerland for daylighting, and this means we have the area from the ground area has to be, and the window area have to 1 to 10. And normally we are totally clear, this is not a quality criteria. But when we take a look at a residential building, and this is found on a big website from ImmoScout in August 2075, not 25, and it's normally. And when you take a look here, then you come to the result, the 1 to 10 criteria is fulfilled, totally, no problem. But what about the depth of the room? I show you the 11 meters, that is not really normally when you would make a search on ImmoScout, you find a lot of new buildings that are more deeper than 11 meters. It's 15 meters, 18 meters. And this means when you know a little bit, there was a standard from 1934 in Germany, and that means they make a easy calculation. They said, okay, when you take the height of a room, or the height from the window, and double it, then you get the area which is fulfilled with daylight. Okay, in this case we have 2 meter 50, I think. So we can say, okay, 5 meters we have daylight. But there's a balcony, so the result is you have make it a little bit smaller. It's the same. The 3 meters from the balcony, you have to cut it. And then you see, okay, 5 meters, then you're here. And this means in this space, you have no daylight really, and you need a lot of electrical lights. And this couldn't be a good quality, a good criteria for a quality, daylight quality. Okay, this is a typical in residential buildings. What happened in buildings like the Prime Tower? It's a monument in Zurich, and you see the green shimmer, and it's a landmark there in Zurich. And you think, okay, a lot of glass, there must be a lot of daylight inside. But we take a look inside and we see, oh yes, there must be a lot of daylight. But this is not the real world, the real world, is you have a lot of tint, and the green shimmer comes also in the rooms. And also, this is all marketing photographs, and they try to make it not so that the glass is more clear, but here we see, okay, there's a tint, a green tint. And then I found some pictures from the construction site, and you see it's really a big difference. And this is a method which I used in the past years time. When I go to a new building, I open the window to make it clear how tinted the glass is. Because when you are inside, your eyes, they're adopted really fast, and you think, yes, it's clear. But today we have to, I have to come to the result, glass isn't clear anymore. And in Germany, you say not crystal clear, sondern, of course, glasklar. This means glass is every time clear. And this is totally not true anymore in 2025. Okay, 1 to 10, no quality. Yes, why do not use the standard? And we go back to the past when the standard comes, and I was totally happy when I heard, oh, there's a new standard, because Switzerland was a country, there was no standard for daylight. And then I was totally happy, and in 2017 I discussed with friends and colleagues and architects and said, there will come a new standard for daylighting. And they said, oh no, so much regulation. Not please, 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 not a regulation for daylight. Because we have a good regulation, 1 to 10. Okay, but is this quality? What's about quality? They said, yes, we have quality. But 1 to 10 means it is allowed to make the glass totally tinted, like a sports car. Okay, then they said, nobody want to make this. Yes, but you use really often solar control glass. Okay, when you use it, it's not dark, totally dark, but it's not really clear anymore. So, and then I argued, okay, there is a new standard, why you can use it? Oh no, it's too complicated. Okay, but first they said, what kind of standard is it? It's a European standard. We are in Switzerland. We can ignore it. It's not for us. And I was totally depressed. We have agreement, and this is normal standard also in Switzerland. We agreed. And so I go further, and then we realized we need more information for all the people in the practice. Then we created a fact sheet with all the 4 criteria. You can download it. It's now in German. We have also a version in English to make sure, okay, there's a standard, and this is the criteria. Okay, then we make a symposium a lot of times. In the German-speaking part of Switzerland and also in the French part. And and we get attention from the authorities, from the offices, federal offices, and so on. And the federal office are very impressed, and they said, okay, we have to think about it to implement it. And then they realized it's not possible, because in the 40 years ago, all the buildings don't fit in this standard. And when we say now we have to use it, what we are making with the old buildings. This is the reason why they don't implement it. Because they don't want too much problems with the persons who created a lot of buildings that don't work. Okay, the next thing, what we realized, a lot of people don't know a lot of daylight. And then we have created a small project with some friends of mine in Germany and also in Austria, Renate, Paula, and Matthias. And it was more a joke to say, okay, we want to make some postcards, we want to make some presentations, and now we have made a website. And it's about 24 things I should have learned about daylight. So you can visit the website and to make, yeah. And this is the last part of the puzzle, the guideline. And it was published now in 2025, in February, and it was hosted by the Swiss Society of Engineers and Architects, and we were a group of 10 persons, different experts, architects, and the main thing what we made is we made a lot of helpful advices how you can use really this standard. Because we realized a lot of lighting technology terms, for us, they are totally clear. But for persons who use the standard only one time or so, they don't understand anything anymore. So we explain it and make some examples from the field to make it understandable for them how they can implement it in their normal process. But what's next? Because now this is the main goal, change the Planning and Building Act. I hope it works. But I think there must be more. And this is a main thing, awareness, stakeholder, and I think I'm not a little bit older, the next generation. Because now I'm not so, integration of the EN, we heard it before, and the main issue is reintegrate daylight into the architecture education curriculum, because at my university there is no education for architects since 10 years ago, and I tried and I try, and this is not possible. And I think we need more positive examples and articles and image material to show them, to show the architects and all the planners what can we do with daylight. And now, thanks for all my colleagues from the guideline which is published, and I want to say thank you for the attention, and